Hi everybody, this is Anthony from Sunny Creates. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I thought I'm going to show you how I made something in here. This is my Jane Austen journal. Still need to do the cover and stuff like that, and also add stuff to it, but yeah, let's look at it. Where is this? Okay, so it's this one here. Right, so here what it is, it's an envelope and it is sewn into the signature, as you can see over there. And then I've got a little piece of brown paper here, okay, that I can use as a tuck spot like that, okay. And then I've got a piece of just like I think 128 GSM or whatever, coffee dyed, which I then cut an image out of, and then I stuck something in the background, and that's also a tuck spot over there. And then when you turn over, you've got this here, so there's lots of place for writing. So you've got this that flips over and you can use that to journal in. You've got this that you can journal in, you've got this that you can journal on, and then inside here you've got a journal card as well. Okay, now I put some texture paste here, and then I used a blending brush with vintage photo to try and highlight it. I'm not keen on that. I'll show you another way where I highlighted it, which is a bit better, I must add, but I don't think I will do that again. But I wanted to show you a different way. So that's going to go in there. So you can see that one, little envelope has created so much of writing space and so much of places where you can tuck stuff in. So you can tuck there, you can tuck in there as well. Okay, so I'm going to just tuck that in there and leave it. Right, and then if you really want to, you can also write on your envelope on this side over here, because this whole thing comes out. So I'm all about creating writing spots, and I think that is an absolutely awesome project here, and it has been inspired by Rose Hill paper, I think. So a lot of my projects are inspired by Rose Hill paper. So I am going to work on this. So this is kind of like the the journal or something that I'm putting together as I make stuff. Okay, so this one has this one here, which we've got a video about. So if I have to say that I'm going to put this envelope in here like that, that's basically how it's going to look if I want to tie it into this, sew it into the signature. Right, so we're going to work on the envelope on its own. And the nice thing about this is that you can take everything apart when you are going to be sewing this in the signature, whereas on this one here you've already got bulk in it, but it is what it is. Okay, so what are we going to do? So this here is an envelope, and it measures, I don't know the exact names of envelopes. So this is 15.5 by 10.5. okay, and I'm not too worried about the type of closure it is. It just must be a side closure, because when this goes into your signature on the other side, you can then add something to it to make it a larger tuck spot or whatever the case may be. Right, so that's the size of the envelope, and then we know that we need to keep the flap on the left hand side. Okay, so the flap will be on the left hand side like that. Okay, if you want, you can have it this way as well, meaning that this will be the first part of the envelope you see, and this will be on the second half of the signature. So maybe I don't know, it doesn't really matter. Let's decorate it like how I had it. That means that will go in there, and then this will be what I have. Okay, so here we go. Okay, all right, and then what we're going to do, the very first thing we are going to do, just let me have mine open over here so that it can guide me a bit, because yes, there's the thing. Right, so what I want to do is I want to measure. So this one here came from some what is it, you know, paper when I buy my cardboard. So it comes in the cardboard comes in like 100 sheets, and then I just take this out, so I, you know, it's wrapped up in this, and then all I do is I keep as much of the wrapping as possible, just so that I can use it, because it's nice. You don't need to throw it away or anything of the sort. So you know, if you want it to look more rustic and more as if, you know, it's not carefully put together, but more organic, that's the word, then you can actually tear some off over here as well. Okay, something like that. And then I'm going to be using vintage photo as well, and I'm going to be inking it. So, oh my word, I didn't start my timer, so I'm going to add about a few minutes to it, maybe about 2 or 3 minutes. That just helps me so I don't get carried away when I look at that to know what, you know, how long how long my video is, because for the new year I am trying to get shorter videos, quicker videos. Okay, so that's done there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this here. I just use a hexagon. The other one, because it was a Jane Austen journal, I went a little bit more fancy. This one over here is the like grunge journal, so you know, I don't want it to be so ladylike as such. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to ink the inside as well, very roughly inking it here. It just gives it more texture. You know, texture doesn't always have to be something that stands out in this way. It's texture as well. So I've got a piece of paper over here. I can't remember whose it is. All I'm going to do is now I am going to take my my glue. I am going to add some glue lines over here, like that, just like that. And mind you, these are scraps. This is scraps. This is a scrap paper. That's a scrap that I found, and stuff like that. So your project does lead itself to scraps. Okay, so since there is not an up and down over here, I'm just going to put my image in here, and then because it has lines, I am going to try to straighten this image out as much as possible, so that it, you know, kind of looks like I actually tried to line it up. Okay, something like that. Okay, so like that. Yeah. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is before I stick that image down, what I need to do is, oh dear, did I bring that little part? No, I didn't. I'm going to bring it quickly. Sorry about that. Here we go. Also a scrap. It was a misprint of I don't know what. Okay, you can see that, but it is a bit of cardboard over here. You don't have to use cardboard. Now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take whatever I'm going to put at the back over here. Okay, this part here, and now I'm going to hinge it. In such a way, if you look at it, this is hinged and it is put on the back of this piece here. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. So that's that. Now your hinge, okay, what you're going to do when you hinge it is that you are going to actually make your hinge as long as this piece is, not as long as that piece is. Okay, so I'm going to make the hinge like that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure it first like this. Okay, like that, And then I am going to use a pencil, and I am just going to put it like that so that I can just get a straight line off it like that, right? And I'm just going to run my pencil down that way, okay? And that's going to give me my hinge. And then let me get my scissors, and I am going to cut it here like this. Now this is a bit wide if you look at it. Oh, and I do have instead of putting my scissors away, I take it out and I put my piece of paper in there. Okay, so here's my trimmer. Just going to trim a little bit off like this. Now I could have done all this beforehand, but then I wanted to show you exactly how to do this. Yep. So I'm going to just do that there and just get some paper out like that. Okay, so I cut out some. So that's about, let's see, half an inch. No, it looks like half an inch here. Let's see. No, it's actually 1, 2, 3, 3/4 of an inch. It's about 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is I am going to put this here, and because it's an odd number, I'm going to take my pen, my dingaki again. Dingaki means thing. And I'm going to put a 1/4 inch there, and I'm going to measure it a 1/4 inch on this side. Okay, like that. Okay, and so I'm going to keep the smaller part, the quarter part of it on one side and the half on the other side, right? So there's half an inch, and then there's the 1/4 inch here. And I'm just going to score a line down there, because that is going to be my part that I am going to use. Okay, so you can see that if you want to go half an inch, you can. Then you can have a 1/4 and a 1/4 inch. So I'm just going to do this now. I'm going to put this here, but I think I'm going to turn it around, because on that side, if I look at it, there is a little bit of like a brownish that will suit that better. So I know that this is going to be my stuff, my part that I'm going to put there. And then I am just going to now put some glue on this part here. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue on that part, and I'm going to line it up now. So if that is my tag facing up the right side, I'm going to line it up on the left hand side of that paper like that. Okay, just line it up like that. All right, just like that. Okay, did I do that right? I think I did. Right, so now this is this part here, right, like that. So if that's lined up there, then this is going to line up here like that. Okay, so now, okay, why do I have a feeling I did this incorrectly? I did, because sorry, the folded edge must be on the outside, and I had the folded edge on the inside. Didn't make sense, right? So let's do that again. This is going to go here like this and like that. Okay, with the folded edge on the outside. Okay, not on the inside. Okay, like that. And then just neaten it here, making sure that you know, it looks neat. Righto. So now what I'm going to do is this part here is going to go in here like that. Okay, like that. Okay, so just remember, I made a boo-boo over there. The folded edge is supposed to be on the outside when you are sticking it to this, not on the inside. Okay, like that. Right, so you do that, and then now you are going to put this over here as well. So what you just need to be careful about when you put it over here is the following. All you're going to be careful on is that you match the paper up properly here on this side. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I am going to put my glue over here now, like that, and I am going to put that here like that. Okay, so let's take this out and put this here like that. Okay, so you're going to do that there like that. Okay, so that looks neat, and then that looks neat as well, kind of making sure that all of them are neat and tidy. Now at this point, okay, you can leave it to sit for a while like that, because it's going to go in here like that. Right, now you've got two choices here. Right, your one choice is to leave it as it is and leave it as a flip out, and then you can cover this part here and then it can be a journal spot. Or your second choice is to make it a tuck. Right, so depending on what you want. And why am I using the word right all the time? Okay, so remember, this now is going to go into the journal like that. So this is this part over here. Can you see that? It's that part over there. Right. Okay, so now what do you want to do? Now you can do many things over here. Let's just, for starters, I'm going to make this a tuck spot here. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to glue here and here. Okay, and I can and I can glue the bit that's left on that side and on that side, meaning this is what I can do. Okay, so I want my tuck spot to be on the top and the side. So I want to glue here and I want to glue there. So I know these parts I don't want to glue. Okay, I know, because that's where my tuck spots. I know I want to glue here and I want to glue the sides over here. So I'm just holding it like this, here and here, to be able to know what to do. Okay, so you don't even need to glue here. I like just gluing over here like this. Okay, but if you want to, you can glue in there a little bit as well. Okay, so now you're going to put it in your paper like this, but turn it around so you know where you're actually placing it on this part here. Okay, so you have an idea. Right, so there's the parts we glued. Sorry, just moving it. That's the part we glued. That's the part we glued as well. Okay, it's looking a little bit crooked, so let's straighten that out. Yes, so we glued here. Okay, like that. We glued there and we glued the bottom over here. Okay, so that's what we did. Right, so let's see how it looks on this side. Does it look decent on this side? Yes, it does. Does it look decent on this side? Yes, it does. Now at this point, if there's any parts that are sticking out a bit or whatever, you can just go in and add your distress ink to cover it up. So now this is how it's going to look in your booklet, something, on your envelope, something like that. And it is almost done. What I'm just going to add now is that I am going to add this little part over here, but remember, I want this to open up, so I'm not going to take this here and stick it down here, then it's not going to open. So I'm going to just stick it there like that. Okay, just for decoration. Something like this here. Just hoping that it's, oh, let me turn it around because that's the right side. Something like that. there like that. Okay, if you want, and then you can add whatever you want as well to it, so it opens up like that. Then on this side now, it's easy, because all you're going to do is you're going to take your whatever tag you have left like this. There, you're going to then put in your journal card, which I made. I used here, I used my homemade embossing paste over here to do that, and then I use this so I could get to the, like, you know, use my top not the top, the tip of my sponge to be able to get into more detail than using the blending brush. So if I only wanted to do the 9 like that, then I could, for example. Right, so this goes in here like that, as a journaling card. And then all you got to do is you got to take your paper clip, put it in there like that. And then I got a tag as well, this tag over here. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my ribbon, and I am going to put it in there. Let's hope I cut enough, because it doesn't look like I did. Oh dear, I didn't. Now, I can always use that. So I got a little box. I'll show it to you now. Oh, that's too much. So I got a little box over here, but it means me waking up to show it to you, that I keep all my offcuts in, and I do use them. I do. I'm very frugal when it comes to crafting supplies. I always think to myself, so I'm sure you all know that I turned 50, and in the next 10 years I am going to retire. So I always think to myself, well, when I retire, I'm not going to be able to buy craft supplies how I buy now. So whatever I buy, I want it to last, you know, well, there's certain things that are not going to last, of course. But, you know, I want to be able to retire knowing full well that I have quite a bit of craft supplies, you know, to use in my retirement. So the reason is being a little bit frugal, because I know I have this ribbon forever. So it's definitely going to last me for the next, up until at least the next 10 years. Because, I don't use the same colors all the time. And if it doesn't last me, that's fine too. As long as I know I used it properly. So maybe one day I'm going to show you a project where, like now I'm going to cut off some stuff, okay? How I'm going to use it. There was someone that used it, but I can't remember. This bow is annoying me. It doesn't want to just, like, you know, get tight, if you know what I mean. That, you know, that part there. Okay. Right, so that's it. Then yes, I'm going to show you how I use all these parts here now. One day in the new year. Yes, so what I wanted to tell you is that for the new, so I think I told you ladies that I am going to take a break. Remember, I said I was going to take a break, but my planned break was actually to be only 1 week long. Well, a 12 days long, but it's not going to be 12 days long. It's actually going to be very long. It's going to be, I'll only be filming again from the 10th, 11th, 12th or so of January. So, and I'm taking a break from Wednesday this week. Okay, I'll be here, but I'm taking a break. No, I probably will do. Now I will do the Friday freebie for sure. Okay, yeah. So that's how it's going to look. Oh my God, isn't that just adorable? And then when you turn it over, it looks like that. I love it. So you can even put a bigger tag over here. You know, you can put something bigger here, so you use more of the space, and then you can also stamp on it. You can do whatever you want to on it. depending. So I just wanted to make it really simple, and I wanted to show you how that can be done. Yes, so what I wanted to let you know is that I'm trying to get videos up and running, but I am working this week as well, so I'm going to try and get as many videos up and running, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get 5 videos a week in. I'm trying to get 3 videos a week in, and I hope I can manage that until I come back. And then also your Friday freebies will be one of the 3 videos. And I just want to let you know that I'm going to obviously not be able to post the videos on like Facebook and stuff like that, so please look at my channel rather for the updates. The other thing is that please do watch other videos of mine as well. As I mentioned, it would help me a lot. So ladies, I'm not even sure whether I asked you how you were. I am so rude, but if I didn't, I hope that you are all doing fine. I hope that you are all getting prepared for the festive season, and that you are having lots of fun. If family is over, wonderful, but do remember to take some rest as well. And for those that are traveling, safe travels. I know that in the southern hemisphere, this is our summer, so this is when we travel. Okay, so for those that are traveling, safe travels. But for everyone that is with family and friends, and whether you are at home just spending time crafting, I wish you everything of the best. I will be around until Friday, as I mentioned, and then I'm taking my break. So do take care. Lots of love from me, Santhony at Sunny Creates, and I will see you. I'm planning for this video to go out on Monday, Monday the 18th. Okay, so I'll see you on Wednesday the 20th with another video. To take care, lots of love, but more than ever, and most importantly, have a blessed week ahead until I see you again. Bye bye.